Circumstances are drawing to be more and more clear as Jessica Mccaskill is approaching her title defense of the WBA, IBO, and Ring Unified titles when she takes on Lauren Price May 11th. Let's talk about this matchup. When it was announced that Jessica Mccaskill, welterweight champion, was going to be facing Lauren Price in defense of her WBA, IBO, and Ring Magazine titles on Saturday, May 11th in Cardiff, the first thing that I thought about was, man, Mccaskill is really taking on tough opposition. Because in women's boxing, just like in men's boxing, there happens to be presently a youth movement. And Lauren Price is also a part of that youth movement. We're talking about fighters like herself, Sandy Ryan, and Sky Nicholson, who are bursting on the scene with good amateur background and experience and coming into the pros looking to take on world champions with 10 or less fights on their records. And Mccaskill, who's been around for a bit, who's now 39 years of age, orthodox fighter, she is going to be facing a young, hungry upstart in Lauren Price, who is looking to take those titles off of her. Mccaskill was an undisputed champion at welterweight going back as far as the last defense of her titles, where in June of 2022 she fought Alma Ibarra, and after that she had moved down to face Chantel Cameron for the world super lightweight titles of undisputed, where she lost a unanimous decision against Cameron, who has since moved up to super welterweight, junior middleweight. Price, who is a southpaw fighter, very accomplished, and currently coming in this particular match looking for her first world title. She is a heady, aggressive fighter. She's 29 years of age with a record of 6-0 and 1 KO. But Price is a pressure fighter. She puts the pressure on with her opponents. She cuts the ring off. She's aggressive and she's strong. But the knockout punch isn't there. But what she does have is the activity and the conditioning. And she has the intestinal fortitude. So she will present Jessica with a lot of opposition in this particular fight. And it's going to come down to whether Jessica is getting a little older and is going to be up for it. Now, Mccaskill, when she fought her last match, she took on Sandy Ryan in a fight that many people thought that Sandy deserved the decision. In that fight against Ryan, she won a split decision draw because she was the champion. But Ryan, who came into that fight with a record of 5-0, she competed and contested heavily against Mccaskill. And there were a number of people that really felt that Ryan ended that fight as the champion. She has since gone on and fought and become a world champion. But Jessica has something to prove here. If she is willing, she can continue to sort her career out against the likes of Price and bring her record of 12 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw with 5 KOs and turn back this challenge. But the concern is twofold here: fighting in Cardiff and also the age factor. Will Mccaskill be inspired to fight the type of fight that is necessary against Price? Price, like I said before, is an aggressive fighter with a high motor, and though she doesn't have the big punch, her conditioning and her overall spirit behind how she fights wears her opponents down. Now Mccaskill, who has been quite unorthodox herself, and I have criticized her at some times for not using ring IQ when it was readily apparent that that's what was necessary and needed. Will she take the younger Price and less experienced pro in Price? Would she be willing to take her to school? There is a chance and an opportunity for her to do so. She has faced the best of opposition with the likes of Ryan, Cameron, Candy Wyatt, and Cecilia Breakers twice. But will she put it together? And will Jessica's attention span roam? Because in this particular match, Price is not going to give her a chance to think very much, and she's going to be on top of her, trying to apply the pressure, not give Jessica much time for thought or movement. But Jessica's unorthodox means of delivering shots and how she comes in sometimes guard low, dipping and ducking and springing into shots. Will her physicality offset what Lauren Price brings? That's what makes this a very good matchup, because outside of looking at Jessica's age, you may want to think about what does she do that could compete with Price and make it a tough fight for Price. This is where that experience comes in. No matter how you look at it, when a fighter has only 6 fights on their record as a professional, you have to know that there's a lot for her to learn as a professional. But then again, when you talk about Price's amateur experience, where she has faced a numerous amount of styles in the amateurs and across the world, that kind of gives her a platform to stand on and a place to compete from. It is an intriguing fight, to say the least. Mccaskill, who has also been able to dig deep and go to war with her opponents, she can get there and get inside of Price's head. All you have to do is go back to her 2017 challenge of Katie Taylor, where she lost a unanimous decision against Taylor. But that was for the WBA lightweight title, and she grew up as a woman fighter after that showdown with Katie, and she went on a winning streak after that. But Lauren Price presents a different issue, just being younger. Price might be able to surpass Katie Taylor, who knows, or even Sandy Ryan. As I said, there happens to be a youth movement in women's boxing presently, and people are not really looking at it. But Stormy B-Man is paying close attention, because the new guard is angling and taking shape and form and ready to start representing. Will Jessica Mccaskill fall prey to this? There's only one way to find out, and that is to tune in to the fight. As far as Lauren Price is concerned, she's ready for that next level, and that's why she's taking this fight straight away. She believes in her abilities, and she believes that she can get the job done. And I'm saying that if Mccaskill takes her light, she'll do exactly that. As far as Mccaskill, what I have to say is, finally, use your ring experience and ring smarts. You don't necessarily have to go to war, but you do have to play chess. And since you have the prize, you have to make sure that you protect at all costs your position and make the younger fighter respect where you're coming from. As we're looking at it presently, Price is the BBBofC champion Commonwealth, her first title, and she's now looking to upstage you. You can stop her train, but you have to use guile. You have to use the experience. You have to use the ability to hit, make the opponent miss, and wear her down. But what do you think? This is Stormy B Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think about this welterweight showdown, and if Jessica Mccaskill can still hold on to her titles, or will Lauren Price bring in the new regime. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.